bad. Yeah. Oh. Yes, we are, huh? Oh. So I chose to do it with these guys because I wanted to see my fat little Buddha. My fat little Buddha. Yeah, how you doing, Buddha? How's my Buddha doing, huh? How's my fat little Buddha doing? Little fat Buddha. Little fat Buddha. Fat Buddha, fat Buddha, fat Buddha. Hey, Tatum. Or Shelby. Anybody? I'm gonna have to get up again. Okay, one of you guys spilled water, and you guys are gonna get me soaking wet, so bear with me here. I was doing some stuff around here and tweaked my back a little bit, so I'm moving a little slow. Come on, Toro. Yes, it's all stuff on these, yeah. Oh. Yes. How about you guys let fatty old man get down and sit down, huh? Yeah, how about that? Oh, without jumping up. There you go. Okay. All right. We'll let everybody work it out of their system a little bit. So there was a comment that somebody put up, and I've been meaning to respond to it for 2 days now, but I couldn't decide how to respond. And I knew if I responded in words on a thing, then there's a good chance that person, that it would cause some conflict and people would probably be sticking up for me and whatever, and I just didn't want to have any trouble. Well, hi, Fuzzy. Little fuzzy mop head. Yeah. So what do you want here? Let me show you something. There's nothing here, okay? Yeah, that's all it is a nose. Yeah, just a nose. That's all there is. There's no nipple, there's no nothing. There's no magic prize at the end of the rainbow, okay? I know. So you go over there, you bother me, kid. Where's my Buddha? So anyways, bad choice. I should have picked the old arthritic chihuahua that would just sit on my lap and do nothing when I do this. So it was a post that was put up in concern for smaller rescues in North Dakota. And the person said, I'm not trying to be mean, but what about rescues in these towns already? Are you working with these rescues? We'll take this one at a time. Any rescue in North Dakota that needs help, that we can help in some way, we'll do so. We loaned traps to the Animal Empowerment League. We gave vaccines to a rescue out west. It's a smaller rescue. We had another rescue that locally was struggling last year that we helped out with a donation to keep them afloat. We've had extra surplus that we've shared if anybody that needed it with the small rescue in Devils Lake, with cat litter and supplies, and out west with Stray Sanctuary, we had some extra stuff that we gave to them. So if there's any rescue in North Dakota that needs help in some way, we would be glad to help them. But giving them a donation isn't really an option, because if you guys are making a choice to donate to us, then that was your choice. So we're going to do what we can to continue the mission that you're supporting. And if you want to support somebody else and donate to another small rescue, I am never going to discourage that. You know, if you want to make a donation towards animal welfare, animal care, go ahead and do what makes you feel right and do what you want to do. So we do help. And do we work with them? Yeah, as we can, but we've got a wait list of 20-something animals. So we work with them in the respect that if there was something that they needed that we can help out with, we'll help. Just ask. And that's kind of what it is. They need funds and fosters just as much as others. You're right, they do. And it's up to them to figure out ways to raise funds and to get fosters. One of the ways that we're trying to get fosters is me asking online and saying, hey, if there's anybody in Devils Lake and Minot that is interested in fostering, we're kind of going to spread out our foster base a little bit because we don't have enough. So that's that part of it. All rescues need to work together. Amen. That is a great thought and idea. I would love to see that happen. And if anybody in the state that runs or works for or whatever, owns or has or is a board member in a rescue, that they want to start some type of a organization with all the other rescues in the state, count me in. I don't care who's in charge. I don't care if like there's like a ranking of who's in charge, and if I am the absolute last person that like literally my job is to dump out the mop bucket water and be in the janitor position, I'll gladly do it. I don't need to be in charge. I don't want to be in charge. I've tried organizing everybody together. I tried like 2 years ago and sent out a bunch of emails, and nothing really came out of it. Some places responded, a bunch didn't. When we just had the legislation that came up, we started a Facebook page, and we got most of the rescues on there, which was good. And we got some of them in turn to help with making phone calls, and some of them didn't. And it's just what it is. So if you, the person who wrote this, if you can get all the rescues to work together, I will buy you whatever you want for like lunch and dinner and breakfast for 24 hours. Everything's on me. Case of beer, wine, whatever, out of my pocket. I'll sell some shit stuff to make it happen. If you will do that, yeah, you're a rock star. But whatever. So the next part of it was, some do not have the following like you do. And what I'm doing is I'm reading a comment that was put up that I didn't want to respond to in writing, so I'm doing it verbally. Some do not have the following like you and do not need the donations to keep going, or they cannot keep their doors open. I don't know how I'm supposed to fix that. You know what I mean? I've had people from rescues in this state, from other states, that reached out and they're like, hey, I got a question. Like, how does like the social media thing, like how does that work? And I don't tell them we'll figure it out. I tell them everything that I know. I always tell them that live videos get the most traffic, videos get the next most. And then after that, pictures, and then written words, and that's kind of how it goes. So if you can do live videos, find cute, savage little puppies that are trying to eat you, whatever it might be. So I can offer advice, but I can't, and as far as like have resources and be able to keep the doors open, how am I going to keep the doors open? Is there not enough funds coming in? How are the funds that are coming in being managed? Whatever. That's not my responsibility. Not just Devils Lake or Minot, but Grafton as well. Manage your stuff, man. Shores Valley, great place. I know they've been struggling. And the thing is they got a loan for a big new building, and that loan due. And I know they've been struggling to make the loan payments, and there's nothing wrong with that. They didn't do anything wrong. But our building is still sitting, the new building is still sitting there. Because we didn't get a loan. We're paying for it as we go. And having to buy this place really kind of threw a monkey wrench into the works. How do you like me now, huh? Yeah? Can you calm down? Huh? No? Not at all? You're just go, high speed? Yeah, I know. You guys are in that teething playing crazy stage. Yeah. I'm Buddha. So, yeah. I mean, it's. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't like walk into this. This wasn't something like, hey, I'm gonna go work for Turtle Mountain Animal Rescue and take charge. No. This was just me having no clue what I was doing, no idea anything about animal rescue, and coming in and starting to save dogs and then figure stuff out. And this Facebook page, what was it, like 9 years ago, whatever, when it started, 10 years ago when the Facebook page started, it had 5 followers. And my wife at the time and I were 2 of those 5. And that was it. And little by little, we kind of grew things. I did all kinds of dumb shit. I sat in a kennel outside in like 7-degree weather in long underwear with a shock collar on, playing a trivia game on a board and eating dog food and cat food and getting shocked every time I got a trivia question. You know? It worked. Did I enjoy it? No. And I don't enjoy dyeing my beard pink. And some days I don't enjoy coming out and doing the video if I'm busy or whatever. There's lots of things, but I do, you know, and for whatever reason, it worked. And I think the biggest thing is just being honest to people and just kind of showing them what kind of happens here, you know, behind the scenes and the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, ow! One-on-one, these guys have really worked through their biting thing. Buddha. Buddha. So, yeah. And then the next question was, how is it fair that one big rescue gets more funding than the other? I didn't know we were a big rescue. We're in a 40 by 60 building that my wife Wanda and I also live in, and we share one of the bathrooms with staff. And when you go poop, you have to be very careful to make sure that the washer isn't on so that you don't get the rescue bubbles up in the sink as like a carbo cleaning bidet. And, you know, we've got 10 employees, which is great. We rescue anywhere from 700 to 1,000 animals a year. Work 6 days a week. I'm trying to get to where it's not 7 days a week. I don't know how we're a big rescue. I mean, do we have a bigger social media following? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Why? I still don't totally get it, but I think it's because of what we talked about, that, you know, trying to be honest with everybody and be straightforward and everything else. You are a little savage. I'm getting mauled here. Yeah, you two are in timeout. You're in a timeout lab. Hey, come here. Let him have the toy. Yes, Buddha. Were they grabbing you because you're so skinny? You got so much skin, Buddha. They were grabbing your skin and pulling on it like a toy. I'm sorry, buddy. So yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't understand the part of it. How is it fair that one big rescue gets more funding than the other? It's because people have freedom of choice of who they want to donate to. You know, whoever you are out there that's watching, if you get done with this and you want to go donate $10 to Uncle Milty's Pitbull Emporium and you know it's legit, go for it, man. Go for it. That's totally cool. Donate to whoever you want to donate to. But I mean, short of like going with communism, it's like, okay, so what? So if we get X amount of donations and then that means I need to donate a percentage to someplace else? I guess my challenge to the person that had wrote this, and it was hidden because I didn't want to create drama, but my challenge to the person that wrote this would be, whatever your profession is, let's say you're a firefighter or you're a cop or you're a teacher, you're whatever, are you willing to find other people in your profession that make less money than you, that might be tight on their bills? Are you willing to take and send them some of your paycheck? And are you doing that? You know, and the other question is you're talking about other rescues that are small that are going to close their doors. What are you doing to help them? Have you organized a fundraiser? Have you created a fundraiser for them? Are you out campaigning for them? Are you asking what you can personally do to make things better? Because that would be the individual start. I came here and noticed there was a problem. And so I tried to do things to fix it, and that's what I've been continually doing. And while we haven't fixed it, we've made it a lot better. You know, you don't see as many starving dog videos because we have a food bank. You don't see as many mange puppies and mange dogs because we're able to have people help them to get treatment for the animals, and then work it off. And it's like, so yeah, I mean, we've made a difference and we've made things better. There's still a long way to go. You know, but I'm not going to stop and be like, okay, we're not going to finish the news. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that, because we need to donate to every small other rescue. I want the other rescues to do good. And as far as being small, dude, I started from square one, so I get the small thing. You know, I literally, there was no mentor. I know everybody likes chewing on your skin, Buddha. Everybody likes chewing on your skin, Buddha. Yeah. They do, huh? You little fat fella. It's just, I guess the thing, and it's a little insulting because it's like I think back to the days of working for 7 months in a row, and I was telling somebody the other day that the only heat for this entire building is a little wood stove that's in the kitchen. And that wood stove, I would, in the wintertime when it was 30 below, I would have that thing raging. And I would have a fan that was blowing out of the living room and 2 fans that were blowing into the laundry room to circulate air through to keep it above freezing. And I'd breathe bleach fumes all the time. And I would keep that stove all winter long, constantly. I have to wake up and put wood in it to keep it warm enough for animals in here because I couldn't afford heaters. And I was afraid to do too much to the building because the people didn't know I turned it into an animal rescue. So yeah, I get the thing of closing your doors. You know, when I thought they were going to sell it before, I was like, well, I'll be homeless. I'll be this, I'll be that. You know what I mean? So I get it. And I don't want to see anybody close, but it's not my responsibility or our responsibility as a rescue to do that, you know? And then the last thing was one gets Giving Hearts and the other doesn't. Well, Giving Hearts Day is something that everybody can participate in, but they have to sign up for it and they have to provide some documentation and things like that. And then once they provide all that, then they can get signed up. And if there is a small rescue in North Dakota that wants to get signed up for Giving Hearts Day, that doesn't know how to do it, that is just completely lost and Google hasn't helped them, tell them to reach out to us and one of our volunteers will walk them through how to get in on Giving Hearts Day. If there's another small rescue that there's something that we're doing better than, let's say we're doing better with fosters or adoptions or events or whatever it might be. If they want advice, have them reach out and I'll tell them what I know. You know, we're not really great at much of anything, but we always try and learn and get better, you know, and one way to learn is to ask questions. And I wish I would have done that earlier in the whole rescue evolution, but I didn't. But that's what I've learned is to ask. And hopefully you'll get good advice. And I'm willing to give good advice to anybody and everybody, but I'm not going to give away people's donations to another place. And nobody's asking, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, and I'm not going down that road, man. So whoever you are, give up your paycheck or a good chunk of your paycheck to make sure that everybody else that does your same job is made whole, and then we can talk after you start a fundraiser for whatever rescues you're worried about. Because for all the North Dakota ones, I wish them nothing but the best, and if there's any way that we could help them, we would. Rescue can be a very difficult job. It pulls on your heartstrings, on your everything. It takes a lot out of you. And I have respect for anybody that does it, whether I personally like them or don't. I respect them for stepping in and doing something to save lives. So yeah. So with that, hope everybody has a good night, and hopefully that answers that comment. And the person's not a bad person for asking it. They had a question, so they asked, so I answered. Are you going to stop biting me? Yeah? All right. And with that, I'm going to go turn off the steak on the stove that I'm sure is now on fire because I forgot to do that. Shit.